Welcome to Upgrade. I'm your host, Frank the Tank, and today I'm going to bring a Dell. Now, let me introduce you to the Dell monitor. It's a little smaller monitor. It's a 24-inch, but it's a 2K monitor. So we're looking at about 2560 by 1440. It's seamless. There's no plastic around it. It's all based on the bottom. It's similar to the Asus models that we have reviewed in the past, but this one has a little kick. And it also has built-in speakers. We're going to take a look at it and see what you get when you purchase them with this. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the monitor first on the side. I'm going to put it here on the side so you guys can see some of it. And I'm putting a plastic because I don't want to scratch it right here. If you guys can see the buttons on top, they're facing you. And it's much better than other machines where they put the buttons in the back and you're not going to notice them. So they're right here in the front. They're kind of curved down, so they're kind of a little hidden, but they're not going to be a base where you're going to have to go in the back of it and take a look at it. They're all going to be based in the front right here. First one, of course, is power, and then menu, and then the rest of them up and down, and volume up and volume down. Everything's in here. If you guys can see it, we're going to also take a look at the actual setup of the monitor. So let's go ahead and continue. In the back of it, if you guys can see it, you don't need a brick. Basically, the brick is built in the monitor and the power converter. So you just get a regular connection. You plug it in. It's a three-pin connection. And then you get an HDMI. You get a DisplayPort. And then you get an this is actually a USB 3.0. On this particular model, it's just you plug it in here, but you're enabling two different USBs in here. So this is pretty much like a little hub. You plug one in and you get two out of it. So which is good. Now on this particular model, you could plug in, say you have a USB for your wireless keyboard and mouse. You can plug it in here, or want to connect your monitor, your keyboard and mouse in here. You can actually connect those two in there in place, which I like a lot about it. Now let's flip it on to the back. If you are concerned about mounting this system into a mechanical arm, you have no problem. The only thing, you are going to need the little lifts, and they do come with it. They're little kind of plastic oval rings that are a little heavier and a little thicker, so you can actually connect better to any kind of thing. And not only that, a lot of these mechanical arms do come with them too now these days, because they know they embed the whole system. Now to set this up is very simple. Now to connect, to save you guys time, this is very simple. So to set up the monitor is very simple. If you notice the base in the bottom, there is a screw that you actually have to put the screw base down the bottom. This particular monitor just slides in here and it clicks. That's pretty much it. You want to remove it, there's a button right behind it. I'm going to show you the button. It's right here. So to remove it, simple. If you want a mechanical arm, or you decide not to go a mechanical arm. So Dell makes good products, and they haven't changed the product for quite a while. It's basically almost for many years, they have kept the same kind of consistent on how to take the back end and add the extra stand and the mechanical arms. For a while, it was something that was not very popular, but it kind of caught on, and a lot of manufacturers are selling that extra bump here, so you guys could be okay with it. If not, you could always make your own with a couple of O-rings, or you could buy a couple of washers, a couple of thick washers that you could work into. Now the base is heavy duty. They have a lot of metal on it. And here's a screw. The screw's already built in. You don't have to find a screw or a little bag or anything like that. You are going to need either a penny or nickel and dime to actually tighten it up a little bit, or you could do it with flathead if you have to, or if you're strong enough, just continues twisting it. Now that's the lock mechanism. Now there's two screws in here that are holding this whole thing actually from tilting different direction. You need to remove them in order to make a move. So right now they're not moving, and right now it's telling you this is facing the actual back end. So this is pretty much how it is. This is a nice little base. And like I said, you could twist it around, but it's completely locked out right now. So, and it does have little bumpers here, so you don't have to be worrying about if it's going to slip off or not. So that's probably it. Nice little base. All right, so they give you the actual cables. They give you the actual power cord. They give you the USB 3.0, and then they give you a display cable, right? They don't give you the HDMI. It's no longer available. If you're going to run the 2K at 1080, it's the HDMI. This is a higher definition, so it's going to run at 2560 by 1440, but you're going to require this DisplayPort in order to get those levels of a good definition video, right? So we're going to go ahead and connect it and see what you get. All right, let's take a look at the actual system itself. We're going to run a couple of tests right now. If you notice, right now we're running the system. It's at 60 frames per second. That's the highest it can go in reality. You can't go any higher than that. That's pretty much where we're hitting it. If you notice the test, you can see the blurriness on every single one. Some people don't like to see this test because they hurt your eye. On the three-dimensional programs, we're gonna run the fish test, and I like to run a open source on this on the system, but the graphics on this is really good. I like how they look. They look crispy, clear. They're good for the eyes, and this is not even at full screen right now, you know. And if you notice, it's seamlessly all the way over here, and it covers the whole region. There is just a tiny bit fraction of a of monitor when I thought it was going to be completely the monitor itself all the way through, but now there's actually just a little tiny bit of it, which is not bad, you know. But overall, I mean, the monitor test is doing pretty good. And when I run different tests on the actual monitor, so if, say you're gaming and you want to move your mouse around, this is pretty much what you're going to be doing. We're going to slow it down just a little bit, see if I could do this in frames. And this is how the text is going to be. If you're going to be reading, pretty much, you can see it, and it kind of gets a little blurry on this last part, the 21 frames per second. So at 60, we're running really good. It's legible, everything's readable. But this one's going to start breaking down. Now 20 is where I can't see this. It hurts my eye a lot. So we're going to continue on. All right, let's take a look at the menu, all right? So we got the power here, and I'm just going to click on it right now. And it gives you a highlight of all your stuff. The first button gives you a highlight, X to get out. But we're going to hit X. We're going to hit the menu button here. And the menu one is simple. They give you the brightness, and it's very simple to understand this. I mean, it's not very difficult. Right now, we're at brightness. You know, it shows you the brightness we are. Input source, the HDMI we're on. Color, we're in configuration. DisplayPort, how much display. Currently, we're at Y16 by 9. Menu, and then the personal. This is a personal if you want to change it to movie, gaming, and all sorts of things. So other formats, also they give you the BIOS that you're on this system, because there is firmware on it. So, and it does continue. Factory reset, you can always come back. If you mess up your monitor and you don't know the colors, you're adjusting it, you can always come back to it. So very simple, easy little menu. We're going to hit the X button, and it's going to go back to the normal. So not that bad. Frank the Tank, and we're out.